What's up, guys? Hello, all gazers. Welcome back again to Blue Clouds Media. And as usual, your host for this wonderful show, a wonderful sports show. My name is the only one presenter on Mother Planet Earth. It's Nate Zion, as usual. Yes. We're back again. We saw what just happened. City cannot find the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Anything they go there and they don't come home with anything. Always a lose. They've been there like 4 times. They've always lose when they play against Tottenham Hotspur in their home ground. It's been a boogie side for City. So Tottenham Hotspur have won the game against 1-0 against City, which draw Manchester United close to the title race as it is now. It is Arsenal leading on 50 points with Manchester City, 45 with Manchester United, 42 with Newcastle, 40. So this season, it's looking like the title race will be very, very hot. It will change every season because it looks like Arsenal don't have the gut to be able to make it through without some injury players or maybe some inclusion of some other players. You know, it looks like Arsenal cannot do it alone. And if Arsenal are falling, City falling, it gives Manchester City and then Newcastle the edge to push through to the title race. And I'm very, very happy to see it. I don't want one horse race. I don't want it. City. A lot of people want City to win it because of the noise coming from our noisy neighbors, Arsenal fans. But then with me, I love to see a good football. Whoever goes on to win it, it doesn't really matter to me. Somebody definitely have to win the trophy by the end of the season. But who wins it is up to you, the viewers, and up to you, the fans that supports each team. But the table is changing every it keep changing. Arsenal are still there, but then they're not pushing themselves up. They lost to Everton. Sean Dyche first game against Arsenal, coming back in the Premier League again, won against Arsenal. That was good for Sean Dyche, and we know where Sean Dyche stands. We know if Burnley have supported Sean Dyche, they wouldn't have even go to relegation. They did not support him and always support him with some players that he can work with. And his style of play is different. He tried to keep the defense very tight, keep everything tight, and make sure he doesn't concede. But that's one goal alone was able to uh, uh, give him all these 3 points. So I'll say, welcome back again. We got a lot of news to talk about. We got transfer news. We got transfer news to talk about, and we will start from Rafael Leao and Chelsea link. There's been an update in regards to Rafael Leao and Chelsea link. 6 players Chelsea looking to offload this summer. Yes. I've talked about this many times. The players that Chelsea will be trying to offload from the football club, no matter what. There are too many players, and that makes the coach job very, very difficult. Imagine if you have abundance of players in your team. Who are you working with? How do you focus on getting your starting 11? That is why one of the reasons why he keeps changing and changing his starting 11 all the time is because too many players, and you have to make sure and keep everyone happy. Joao Felix to be signed on permanent by Chelsea. We've said that also a couple times. We will get into the update on that aspect. Pulisic to Galatasaray. Pulisic being linked to Galatasaray. We're also going to talk about it. Jude Sonsup, I think Jude Sonsup, Jude Sonsup Bell to Tottenham Hotspur. Also, another deal that went through a couple of days ago. We did talk about it, but we have an update in regards to the academy player that left Chelsea to Tottenham Hotspur. Potter also transfer window. Potter about his Chelsea transfer window that will be coming up in the summer. And also we'll be talking about Chelsea homegrown talent in worry. I did talk about certain players that Chelsea have to sell to be able to make it up to FFP. As we have an update on that also on our platform. Former Chelsea manager Antonio Conte undergoes surgery. I did talk about that 2 days ago. He has his gallbladder taken out, but then he's still on sick bed. I wish him the best. We want to see him back again. Pressure mounting on Graham Potter. Yesterday, this channel was on fire. Lots of emotions, and people were upset in regards to other people's views and opinion. But I'll just take that as one of those things. We all have different opinion, and we know where we all stand in regards to Graham Potter's Chelsea. But then, like I said, I'm just watching Graham Potter from now until the end of at the end of the end of the season, and see where I stand with Graham Potter, because I still believe Potter need time. He need time to work with 9 players that came in this January transfer window. He need time to work with the injury players that are returning from injury. He need time to work with young academy players also who have been promoted to the football team, if there are any. So he need time. But time is running out for him too. He has to show us the viewers and us the supporters that watches day in day out that yes, we can build some trust in him. That is what he has to do from now to the end of the season, in my opinion. Pressure mounting on Potter is what I said. Ruud Gullit on Hakim Ziyech failed move. We also have an update on Hakim Ziyech and coming from Ruud Gullit, and you guys know Ruud Gullit. He's been with Chelsea team for back in the days. And also Casemiro red card against Fulham. That means that Casemiro will be missing 3 games. We got lots of comments here. We got 14 comments, but then I'll get into the comment section below. whilst we have I don't know what you guys have already said. I haven't clicked on the comment yet because I can't see it until I click on it. Casemiro red card to Fulham, card against Fulham. Liverpool and Klopp misery. Liverpool and Klopp misery. Arsenal loses 3 crucial points. Arsenal lose three crucial points is what I did said earlier on against Everton, Sean Dyche, Everton. So yes, guys, this is the topic of the day. This is going to be the topic that we will be delving into. Let me know where you're watching us from. If you're watching us from Facebook, give me a thumb up and let me know which part of the city you're watching us from. If you're on Facebook, also, if I already know you, you don't have to repeat yourself because a lot of my Facebook fans, I know them. A man like Kim So, man like Phantom of Mini Topic, man like Blue Blood, Phantom of Mini Topic. I think these messages are coming from also it's coming from Bobby Smoky Signal, and also Bergen County Finest. Big up to you, my brother. You are, and also Easy Manos, my big brother. So I'll go over and start reading the messages and start reacting to some of these messages or the comments. Sorry, not message, the comments that are coming through. This is I'll start from Phantom of Many Topics. Attention, all Kimso and Phantom have the best advice for every fan. Enjoy the show as entertainment. It is true, it is entertainment, it is news that we update each other from this platform. I update you guys with the current news. Some of you even already know the news, but then I bring it up so we can all have a discussion. As me being the host and also put it in some work. Enjoy the show as entertainment. Your family, your income, your property matters. What happens on this soccer pitch is fun. I agree with you, Phantom. Thank you. I love that message. It's fun, but it's not something to get depressed over. I agree with you very much, 100%. Cannot see Kim So being that positive. Yes, Kim So is who Kim So is, and you can't change Kim So. Maybe very soon we will see the positive. If Obama Young play, we might see positive coming from Kim So. Blue Kim So is a comedian. Phantom cannot see Kim So being that positive. Hopefully, let's pray for Kim So he might be positive someday soon. Blue Blood said the sixth player should be Young, Koulibaly, Aspilicueta, Mendy, Pulisic, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, with maybe Kovacic considering as well. I think in what I have here on my PowerPoint presentation, I don't have I think I don't have a Ruben Loftus-Cheek part of it, but then he should be part of the list. But then Ruben is not in there. But then he's a player that we should see him going. I think he's 27 years old, and I don't see him having a future with the football club. So Blue Blood, that's from Phantom of Many Topics. Blood Harvest. Blue Blood said have to see how the club see this prospect as he is still young and think his best position is not a false number 9. I'm sure it is regards to Kai Havertz. Yes, it has to do with Kai Havertz. Potter needs to learn that the hard way like Lampard and Tuchel. Potter need to learn the hard way like Lampard and Thomas Tuchel. Thank you very much, Mr. Phantom of Many Topics. Sterling might also not have a future unless he plays more consistently with the wide players. But that maybe he stays if Ziyech is off. Yeah. Sterling has to produce well. I've said this a couple times, just like my brother and Blue Blood just says. Sterling has to put in the shift. Sterling has to play very, very well because he is on a lot of money in terms of wages. Sterling is on a lot of money, so I prefer that if Sterling wants to have a future with the football club, he has to produce on the football pitch. He has to produce a lot. This is coming from I think this is Blue Clouds. This is myself. Our Phantom and Kim So, a new comedy act. I don't know. Probably they will tell you. Maybe they can do a show together, Phantom and Kim So. But yeah, they're just fun to see. I mean, fun to hear from them, Phantom and Mini Topic and Kim So. Obama Young is being scapegoated. Aubameyang being scapegoated. You know, we like Kim So have said in the past. Aubameyang have scored some UCL goals. Yes, fair enough, but then he's not performing well, just like some other players. I don't point fingers at one specific player because it is a teamwork. When the whole team is not performing, if the team is losing, it means that the whole team is not playing well. But you can single out some certain individuals. You know, I'm not saying Aubameyang's job alone is to score goals. Other players also have to score goals, but then majority his work is to score goals. When other players, defenders get in the 18-yard box and they get a chance, they have to score. Midfielders, the same thing. Wingers, the same thing. Attackers, strikers, everyone. But then the whole team has been missing glorious chances, which they shouldn't miss at all, in my opinion. Um, Okay, so that is my comment in regards to that. Blue blood, I'm here. This is Kim So said Blue blood, I'm here. Getting ready, guys. Let's get it going. I got it going. The fan base and the coach are disrespecting Obama. Well, you could say that. You could say that. You could say that. Blue blood, I will be positive when my team starts winning. Yes, that's what I was saying. Hello, this is from King. So City are doing it on purpose. Oh no, I don't think so. They're just being beaten by Tottenham. City don't have the team that we know they used to have. City don't have it anymore. They ain't got that team that we used to see them play last season. City are struggling, and I think that they are trying to play to what's his name Ellen Haaland way. They're trying to make sure the style that they play fits Ellen Haaland so Ellen Haaland can get more goals because Haaland is going on a drought. You know, he's not consistently scoring like he did beginning of the season. And also defenders and coaches are also doing the hard work. They're mounting strategy and learning the way they can stop Haaland from scoring goals, which is what Premier League coaches do a lot, and Premier League defenders do these kind of things a lot. So Haaland is not playing well. Haaland is not scoring because City are trying to make sure they bring Haaland in. Remember, when City was playing without a recognized number 9, they used to play a false 9, which allowed them to play very well freely, move the ball freely, left, right, a lot of movement, lot of passes. But with this Haaland being in there, they have to look for the wingers, they have to look for long balls to be able to play Haaland because Haaland always playing the shooters of defenders. He ran through just like Lukaku does. So if City are not holding the ball just like they used to do in the past and always trying to have those long balls to Haaland to run into, and most of the time the defenders are also doing their homework while trying to stop Haaland getting into the balls, that stop Haaland from scoring because they are trying to make sure they play to Haaland way so Haaland can get more goals. That is what I see happening with City. City are not playing that free flowing football like they did last season. I don't think they're doing it purposely. I don't think they're doing it intentionally at all. I don't think. Yes, sir. If you're just joining us and you're watching the stream, do not forget to like the video and also subscribe to the platform if you haven't. Or share the video. Share the video on any social media platform you found yourself. It helps the channel grow very, very fastly. You can share it on your Twitter, Facebook, anywhere that you feel like you can help this channel out with. Kim So's Pep out and Club out now. I guess that's coming from Kim So. And also, we're going to move on to the next one. Somebody has to win. It's not us now. Big Kim So. I'm Pep out. Hands down. I won't sack him ASAP. Why do you want Pep out? Begging County Finest 201. My brother, Begging County. Why do you want Pep out? Give me a reason why you want Pep out, my brother. How is it? How is it 1 goal in 10 games? Aubameyang being a scapegoat. Benzema is out with an hamstring injury. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you very much for the update. Thank you for letting me know Benzema is out for hamstring injury. Thank you very much. Like I said, at this platform, we always share update news, and we always learn. We always learn. Thank you for that news. I think that was coming from yeah, Easy Manos. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the news. Begging County said Pep lost the dressing room, and also he has no accountability. Sack him and bring in company. No, man, I don't think company can do that job. Man, from moving up from that level and trying to control egos, what has company win? Company hasn't win anything. Pep Guardiola's City is full of world class players, players that have won almost everything. You know, besides the World Cup, they've won almost a lot of trophies on association football. So if you take company over there, I saw company yelling at his players. I saw company yelling at these players in his dressing room. And I don't think Helen Haaland will stand for company will be yelling at him just like that. No, that can happen in City dressing room. I don't think company will be yelling at David's what's his name? Bernardo Silva, Jack Grealish. They won't take that. They won't take that. They need if someone has to come into that dressing room and yell at players like Jack Grealish, who makes more money than company, then he has to be a matured coach with lots of gray hair. Even not gray hair, coach that has won something in association football. You get what I'm trying to say? I hope you understand me. If you don't, let me know why. Because you can't just get into City dressing room and maybe yelling at players and using some words that you don't have to use for players that knows what they're doing. I hope that makes a little bit of sense to you. You get what I'm saying? So company cannot just do it. Company cannot do it. Um, um so let's not talk about Chelsea until we sack Potter. Until then Chelsea won't do anything. Let's hope that Potter gets his everything back together again. That's what I'll say at this moment. Izmanos, I think Bobby said club out, big up knee, where is staff today? Staff will be join us later. Staff will join us later. Staff will join us later. Company who struggled at Anderlecht and his coaching in the championship. Company struggled at Anderlecht and coaching in the championship is what Easy Manos is saying. Um, um Kim Sue said if we draw or lose against West Ham or BVB, Potter out. Borussia Dortmund. If we draw or lose against West Ham, I mean, you could argue that Potter can be out, but like I said, the Chelsea hierarchy have given so much support to Potter. Potter is not going anywhere. So if you're thinking of Potter out at this moment in time, it's not going to happen. He is it's a project manager, like I've said a couple times. He's in for the future. Now to the end of the season, it's not happening until the team need a lot of TLC. Unless the team needs TLC before probably emergency response, we are way down, close to maybe 17 or 18. Then they have to bring in someone urgently to come and take the team to a different level. But as of now, I don't see it because it looks like Todd Bowley don't really care. It doesn't really. It's not really thinking of Champions League money. He's not thinking about TV rights and TV money that will come in. He just wants to give Graham Potter the chance to also um, 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 be able to take the team to a different level and then be able to build up his own team. That is what I see at this moment. No, he doesn't need time. He isn't the man for the job. Potter doesn't even look the part. Okay. Let's tone down a little bit. Let's tone down. Let's support what we have at this moment. There's nothing we can do. We just have to support them. I know where you stand. Footballers, stylists. Big up to you, brother. Big up to you. This is coming from Blue Blood said at Bergen County, what makes you so qualified to decide who looks the part in the job or not? Oh, this is a personal questions to each other, so each other can answer those questions whilst I take a little bit of look at footballer hairstylist. Havertz isn't the striker, May. Havertz isn't the striker. I understand Havertz is not a striker, but I don't know why coaches know what they see, and I don't get it. I don't understand why they put Havertz in that position all the time. It makes it very difficult for me to understand why Havertz is in that position, because he doesn't fit well, doesn't play very well in that position, in my opinion. Big up to you. Where is panel and where is staff? Staff will join us later. My other brothers, the panelists. Sundays sometimes some of them wants to have a family time because they get very busy for themselves in the week. Staff told me he would join later, so let's hope. If not, I'm here. I'm here for you, and we can run. I've run the show by myself for 3 hours, all by myself. So there's no harm. There's nothing to worry about. I started this show streaming all by myself, and I did it for a long time before I had panels. So guys, don't worry if you don't have a panel today. There will be a panel tomorrow. If not, I am the host of this show, and I'll take you guys through. I'll drive you guys to the destination where we have to go to. So we'll look at the table in a minute. We'll look at the table. What do you have? A big up to that is coming from Blue Blood. No, football hairstyle. That's what he said. So where big up Chelsea. Obama Young is not out running. Let me see. Big up Chelsea. I'm sure it's Obama Young. It's not on running. Sadly, coming from big up Chelsea. Up the Chelsea for my brother here. He said that Kim So said Aubameyang is out top UCL goal scorer. Yes, Kim So have said this many times in regard to Aubameyang and Graham Potter. I think I don't know between the two of them. I don't know what is going on with Aubameyang. I'm not sure you guys can see the screen, but let me zoom it in a little bit. I think this will be a little clear for you guys. Okay. Chelsea need a new striker. This is what football hairstylists say. Yes, Chelsea. I was surprised that it's not like Chelsea wasn't linked with strikers. Chelsea was linked with strikers in the summer, but some of them wants to wait until the summer before they can move because players like Thuram, which is Lilian Thuram's son, was ready, and Chelsea could have him for just 3 million in the summer. And also Rafael Leao. At this moment, I have an update on Rafael Leao, which we will get into Leao's update in a moment. And also, I know as of now, I heard this from somewhere where Chelsea has heavily been linked with Osimhen from Napoli. It won't come cheap. Osimhen is a very, very good player. He will be expensive if Chelsea have to get Osimhen from Napoli. Imagine how much Chelsea have to pay for Jorginho. Any player, imagine how much Chelsea paid for Koulibaly. So any player coming from Napoli, the owner of Napoli is not an easy person to do deals with. He's a very difficult. If you guys were frustrated in regards to Benfica's owner, I forgot what's his name, Julio or Santa or something. I forgot what his name is at this moment because we already got Enzo. I don't have to keep his name in my head. So if you guys got frustrated in the dealings of Enzo Fernandez, then you guys will get more coming from Napoli owner. If I can remember his name, I remember I had a name when Chelsea was trying to get Jorginho. He's not an easy person to do deals with. Kim So said poster Ballon d'Or Benfica and that it. Just let's see. Maybe Enzo Fernandez could be the guy to win, but there's Haaland over there. There's Helen Haaland. There's Jacques Felix. There's Modric also there. We got a lot of players that if they work very well, they can be world class players and can easily move themselves into that Ballon d'Or situation. So there are players in the Chelsea team that we're talking about Ballon d'Or yes, we can have them there. And also, there's an update on Enzo Fernandez statement he made. So people will be surprised that Enzo said this. Enzo, he's been looking up to Declan Rice. He said, from what I read, Enzo said he was looking at Declan Rice in the Premier League, also looking at Declan Rice in the World Cup. He's trying to look up to the way he plays so he can be as better as Declan Rice and even more better than Declan Rice. So are we looking at a pair? Are we looking at this to be the winter Chelsea goes in for Declan Rice and Enzo Fernandez to be the pair? That'll be outstanding. And I'll tell you what Enzo's position was in the game, in his debut, what he was playing, his style. There's been an article on that states the kind of a role that Enzo took in the game against Fulham. So yeah, I'll get into it. Like I said, I have a lot of information for you guys. Don't underrate me on this platform. Do not worry if I got even one viewer on this platform. I'll still go through whatever I go through because I know someone will tell me, man, you are underrated. It don't really matter because there are so many things that hinders a platform. I don't want to go into it, but then I'll just follow some. I won't go into it. It's behind the scenes. It's behind the scenes problem. So never mind. Aubameyang is Manuel said Aubameyang who contacted Barcelona asking to go back to go back and stop defending him. So let me get this again. Aubameyang who contacted Barcelona asking to go back, stop defending him. This is coming from Easy Manuel said Aubameyang contacted Barcelona in regards to wants to go back to Barcelona and play for them. So Kim-So, and this is going to Kim-So, as he said, stop defending Aubameyang. I mean, I don't know. To me, their staff have said that many times, but I haven't seen an article that says Aubameyang contacted Barcelona in regards to going back. I didn't really see it, so that's something to until I've seen that, then I can talk about it. Chad, big up to you, my brother. He said, sup, bro. Chad, big up to you, big up to you, big up to you. A few things I don't like. I want them to sell Aubameyang, but don't like the treatment and then cover and corner that they're thinking of selling. They're selling now, man. Okay, you trying to refer to players that will be going in summer with regards to Conor Gallagher, Kovacic, some other player, and even Aubameyang. You want him to be sold, but you don't like the treatment. I don't like the treatment either. I don't like the treatment of the way they're treating Aubameyang. At least if you have a problem with Aubameyang, in my opinion, Aubameyang is still a player. So if you have a 9 that doesn't constitute what you're trying to do, doesn't give you much of anything, why do you still play that 9? That player in that position, if you have a player that's still on Chelsea list, he takes wages. You use him and get the best out of him because he's still with the club. There have been players like that in the past. There have been players that are very, very, they are trouble players. Players like Diego Costa. He was so much of a trouble, but then when you put him in the game, he will score his goals. There are players like Eric Cantona, Manchester United. In Manchester United days, Eric Cantona has his own dressing room. Sir Alex Ferguson separated Cantona from the whole entire team. Cantona has his own room where he can sit down and meditate and do his own thing and then get back on the pitch and perform. That is how Sir Alex Ferguson uses Eric Cantona. So, I mean, you can still get the best out of Aubameyang if you use him very, very well. I know he's not performing, but then he needs some encouragement. What do I have here at this moment? We're gonna move on from there. We will move on to Chad said that cover consistent in minefield, bro. Why we want to sell him? Kovacic. I don't know. I think it has to do with the injury. Too many injuries with Kovacic. Too many injuries. When you have a player, let's say, Chad, let's put this ourselves in this way. In you own a company, and all you have is you have maybe 100 employees, but then in 100 employees, one part of the field is short with people, but you have this specific worker or employee who calls in every day. What would you think? Because he's not helping the development, he's not helping productivity, so he just sits there and benefit from maybe bonuses from the company, but then he doesn't come to work all the time. What will you do, Chad, as a company owner? You want to fire him and replace him with someone who will benefit, you can benefit from, who will contribute more to the company. So that is what I see with Kovacic. Too many injury, he's not helping the team when the team needs him. So why won't you take him away and find a player that you can get a tune out, a player that you can get more consistency out? In my opinion, that's what I feel. So uh, that's what I think that Chelsea are trying to do with Kovacic. He gets too many injuries. He was getting ready to come again, and yet another injury. So should just be focused on winning and then integrating the team. Forget thinking about top four. Unfortunately, yes, with me, I'm not really forcing top four. I'm not really forcing unless Todd Bowley has a reason to force for top four. Then it's all up to him because, like I said, the new team, new players, everything is new. They're all working with new managers. With the Fulham game, the starting 11 have ever and never played playing against each other before. And what I know in football is the more teamwork you have, player movement, the defensive line, the defensive midfield, the attacking midfield, they know themselves very well. So they know when to move, they know where, even sometimes they swing, give certain passes that they don't even have to look at the player because they know that player will be there. So the pass just goes and there's someone there to receive the ball. So I think togetherness will help this team move forward. Easy Manos Sauce. Easy Manos, I think also Sari looked the part in his scruffy tracksuit and then cigarette, but in his mouth won nothing in 30 years in Italy, but got the Chelsea job. Like I said, even people have been at Chelsea. There's always a high possibility that if you move to certain elite team, elite clubs, like Tuchel said, Chelsea has everything to make every coach a world class coach, or every coach to be able to win things. That's what Thomas Tuchel said in his first time of his interview, and I remember that statement from Thomas Tuchel. So what's new? What now, man? Cover and Kante GS injury because of Georgie, and he's gone. I think Kovacic. I'm not so sure if the team, the club, will have so much trust in Kovacic. And also in regards to Kante, with Kante, Chelsea feel that they can give him one more time, just like they're about to extend his contract. And I don't think Kante will get anything more than 2 years. If he gets 2 years, probably Chelsea are thinking maybe he can help the team, or he can be a good backup, or he can be a good starter. But Kante, we all know what Kante can provide to the team when he is in and he's playing very well. So it's another thing to talk about in the future in regards to Kante. Kante will move forward, but with Kovacic, I'm not so sure. If Kante keep getting that injury, then it means that Chelsea will be trying to part way with him very soon. We don't need Raphael. We can get the pair of Victor, and then this guy you've been talking about all the time. Victor Osimhen, like I said, Victor Osimhen, very, very good player. But can Chelsea get him? He's not going to come cheap in the summer. He's not going to come cheap. But Bole has proven to us that he's not scared of buying expensive players, only if they'll come to the club and help and produce. So, yes, incoming players will look at the end we'll look at that and say that's how they might treat as if they're gonna sell him. Sell him a respectful. Don't treat any player bad. So sell Aubameyang, but treat him good. Like I said, chat from beginning, I'm not so sure of that call that Aubameyang made a call to Barcelona in regards to he wants to return back there. I'm not so sure, but if it is true, that could be one of the reasons his body language and his behavior. Aubameyang hasn't got a good track record in when you talk about behavior in previous clubs. Aubameyang did have a very, very, very bad disciplinary record when he was at Borussia Dortmund. He doesn't go to training on time. He just behaved like Ousmane Dembele at Barcelona. He doesn't go to training on time. He's always missing training. So it's one of those things. If it is true that he did make a call to Barcelona, then this could be one of the reasons why. This could be one of the reasons why he was even taken out of the Champions League team, or maybe that is why he's not even getting game time because we know what happened to Lukaku when he has that interview with Sky. There's so many things going on. Some say Fabrizio Romano interpreted that interview in a different way. The interview was being done a long time, but then Sky and some people held onto the interview until they feel like it's time for them to release the interview. So that's something that has to do. I'm not sure some players, but then players also come in. You could say some will learn from it and say, is that how they're gonna treat me? If but then you don't expect to behave that badly with the club. You don't expect to behave that way with Chelsea Football Club because you want to take the club seriously. I don't think it's respectful in a player that the team found very interested in you and brought you to Chelsea. But we have to remember, Aubameyang was out of favor at Camp Nou because the inclusion of Robert Lewandowski was hindering his number of games that he was going to get at the football club. He wasn't going to get much game time. So if Chelsea found that interest in you and brought you to the bridge, I expect that you should give Chelsea that respect and not to call Barcelona back and say, "Hey, I want to come back." That is not okay. And even if he said he wants to come back, there's no way he was going to come back because he has played for Barcelona and signed for Barcelona. You can't be signed for two clubs at the same time within one window or one season. It can't happen. Go back and front like that. Um, so this is Izemano said Aubameyang is the EPL is the Premier League is in the Premier League squad. So why didn't Arteta play him? Yeah, like I said earlier on, Aubameyang has so many issues. Borussia Dortmund, had so many issues with Borussia Dortmund. He left to Barcelona. Chelsea was heavily linked with Aubameyang, but he moved to Barcelona. I mean, he moved to Arsenal. He moved to Arsenal. We all know what happened with Arsenal. So many problems. Um, he was being sidelined by Arteta. Then he had his move to Barcelona. Then Barcelona, he was being moved away to Chelsea. So discipline. When you talk about discipline, Aubameyang has been in discipline for quite some time now. He's been in discipline. I don't think him picking up the phone or making any communication with Barcelona was okay for Chelsea. I don't think it was okay at all. So, in my opinion, if whatever he's going through, he deserves it. But then he should learn from it in the previous clubs that he's worked at. He should learn from it at Arsenal, and he should have learned from it and not to do anything of that source to Chelsea, because Chelsea, they are a different role now. At chat, Duncan, he says, at chat, how can Chelsea sell him? He has played for Chelsea and Barca. He cannot only play for two teams a season. The La Liga also didn't allow a player to be registered twice in the season. So yes, that was one of the. So there was no way he could be sold even if he contact Barcelona back. It can't work. I want you to love you. So hello everyone. I hope all are doing well today. Thank you very much. I want to love you. Everyone is doing wonderful here, and I hope you're doing very well too. Very well. This is Sunday, the February 5th, 2023. Another month in the row. We're going very soon. 23 will come to an end, and we'll be looking at 24. But let's see. Chat said I know he couldn't be sold in January, but summer they plan they plan to sell him. But I am saying until then, if he hasn't done anything to fall out with the manager, then treat him with respect. It's all they have now. Aubameyang has to prove to the manager he has to behave himself. I don't think it's right for him to do what he did, but he has to apologize to the team and apologize to the manager. Or even if he doesn't apologize, if the manager sympathize and give him a chance on the pitch, he has to prove to himself and prove to the manager that I am your guy and I can give you the goals from now to the end of the season before he leaves. That's how I feel. He has to prove. But then if he gets on the pitch and it's just nowhere to be found when crosses are coming, his body movement is not right, then he has so many questions to answer. Okay, if he caused a problem, why pick him? That's what I was saying. If it's causing problem, there's no way the manager will pick him. Now we're gonna go on. We're gonna go on to I've read all these all the comments to now. So yeah, I've read all the comments for now. So I was looking at the league table. And this is where we found like this is what we have at this moment. We're looking at us now with the 50 points on the league log, and they played 20 games. They have a game in hand, so they have a game to play. They have a game to play, just like Brighton also have a game to play. I'm looking at Chelsea. Chelsea also have a game to play, but they are 30th. They have 30 points and also on the ninth position. So if Chelsea are able to get that 3 points, if Chelsea are able to get that 3 points, it means that they could go ahead of Fulham. They could go ahead of Fulham, which is not bad news. Chelsea can still push, but look at the gap between here: 50 points and 30. Oh, that's you're talking about over 20 points, 20 points or 20 points different. That's a lot of points to be able to cover. That's a lot of points. Let's see who's on the fourth. Fourth has 40, so I'll say 10 points. 10 points, and I don't see Tottenham losing that many games. Losing 10 points for Chelsea to really catch them up. But yeah, you know how difficult it is for Newcastle defense to be break down. So let's see how fast Chelsea can push themselves to get to the top of the table, which is the top four. Let's see how that today. This is where we stand at this moment. 50 points. Arsenal stand on number one in the league with 50 points, and Manchester City are there with 45 points, and they are second. And they lost today. They lost today. If they have moved forward, if they have win today, they would have catch a little bit. That will take them to I think 48, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that will take them to 48, and they will close the gap up to Arsenal. But Arsenal also lost, so Manchester United are closing the gap. Closing the gap to. Are we gonna see a title challenge? Newcastle are also there. Tottenham are also there at this moment. Newcastle are also there. Tottenham Hotspurs, 39 in the 5th position. Brighton also. There's something I want to say. I mean, I stand a point of correction. If you're there, you can correct me. I want to know how many goals did Brighton score? I haven't made that research yet. I have a message on my private platform here. What is this message? Okay. All right. Oh, okay. I have welcome to the stream, Stav. I hope you're doing very, very well today. Okay. I have Brighton. If someone can make a little research for me, let me see how many goals did Brighton score. If you can find out for me, if you're watching right now, help me out here. Let me know if else I have to make that research. I didn't make that. It just came on top of my head. I want to ask viewers, how many goals did Brighton score last season and the season before? If you can find that for me, I'll really appreciate that. How many goals did Brighton score last season? Because I remember that Brighton were struggling to score goals a lot last season. So if you have that numbers, let us see so I can make a little comparison here. Brentford on the 7th, Fulham 8th, Chelsea are on the 9th position, right on top of Liverpool. So let's go down. Let's go down to the relegation zone. We have Southampton 20th, Bournemouth 19th, and Everton on the 8th. Everton won against Liverpool. Liverpool did they win? No, Everton won against Arsenal from a Sean Dyche first game, and it was a win for Everton. Stav, one more time, welcome to the stream.
Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing?
I'm okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm not sure if you were listening to the program when we started.
No, what do you want to know?
Huh?
Look, so what do you want to know?
No, I was wondering if you were listening to the program from the start.
Yes,
I was going to ask you.
Listening.
Huh?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have been listening.
Okay, I was wondering if you have anything you want to respond to in regards to what we started with and comments that I've read. Anything that you want to respond to before we move on from.
I just posted something on the chat. On the group chat.
Is it the private message you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to respond to it, go ahead and respond to it because I just click on it. So, okay, this is what staff want to share with me. It says Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang approaches Barcelona over January return from Chelsea after Joao Felix arrival. Pepper ran out. So. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang could make a surprise return to Barcelona in January after less than 5 months at Chelsea, and he's willing to play for almost nothing elsewhere. Manuel Neuer. Okay. So that is the response over here. The Chelsea forward has fallen out of favor under Graham Potter, so he felt that he's been falling out in West London, and the arrival of Joao Felix on loan from Atletico Madrid seems to have. All right, let me share this. Stavi, I've read it. You won't have any response. You want to have any response in regards to that? So
no, why should just because Joao Felix arrived?
Okay.
Right. That doesn't give Aubameyang the right to go and contact another club to get a move. It's up to the club to decide. So because he's done that, right?
Yeah.
He's been left out. Right. He's getting paid. Got nothing to complain about. I don't even think he plays international football. So just take his money and then go wherever he wants in the summer. But let's stop making him some kind of victim.
Okay. Do you know he did the same thing at Barcelona?
He scored one goal in 11 league games, 2 in I think 5 or 6 Champions League games, right? And people are going on like this and that. Sebastian Haller last season, right, scored 12 goals in the Champions League. He was the leading scorer, right, in the Champions League up to that point that Ajax got beaten and went out, right? And he scored something in the region of 15, 16 league goals for Ajax, right, at the same time. So we're talking about someone who scored 3 goals, right? Every time he goes on the pitch, he looks moody, doesn't want to move, right? Tries to get a transfer of his own bat, and I'm going to feel sorry for him. No way. Absolutely no way.
Stav, do you remember that he did the same thing? Can you hear me, Stav?
Yes, he did the same thing.
He did the same thing at Barcelona. He did the same thing at Barcelona. As soon as Robert Lewandowski came in and he realized that he was out of favor, then he was trying to look for a move out of the football club, which Chelsea got him. So
I'll compare it to something else then, right? Yeah. The first time that Mendy loses his team spot, right?
Mhm.
He starts sulking. He's demanding more money, right? So if players don't want to stay and fight for their place, then good luck. The, tough. That's tough. You just have to either fight for your place or you don't. The same thing that Kevin De Bruyne did when he left Chelsea. He didn't want to fight for his place, right?
Yeah.
Eden Hazard, Oscar, Schürrle, um, Willian, and Mata with his competition, but he seemed to think that he should play, and Aubameyang seems the same type of person, and Aubameyang's not even on De Bruyne's level.
Okay. Thank you very much, Staff. So Staff has explained more in regards to, I know people love Aubameyang. If you love Aubameyang, I'm very, very sorry, but then there's so many rumors, and there's not even rumors, evidence that goes against Aubameyang and why he's being left out. Kim, so I know you love Aubameyang, but there's, you can't sympathize with him with all this evidence and stuff that he's done in the past. I know you love him. Look, Aubameyang. I love Aubameyang because I'm an African brother, and I love Aubameyang from Gabon. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not far off for where I grew up from. So I love Aubameyang just like you do. But if he stinks the place, we have to speak the truth. Aubameyang doesn't deserve to be in the starting lineup with all these issues surrounding Aubameyang. I know, I read, and I heard, and I read so many stuff, articles coming from Aubameyang when he was at Borussia Dortmund. He did the same thing that Ousmane Dembele did at Borussia Dortmund. So I don't know what's going on at Borussia Dortmund. If in discipline is not really imposed in that club very well. Without due respect, I'm not trying to say they're not disciplined, but certain players that are coming from the yes staff.
Sorry to interrupt you. Can
Okay,
you
go
read
ahead.
Kim Sue's last comment?
All right, okay, give me just 1 minute. Let me read. I have only 4 comments here. Let me read all of them. Aubameyang has the opportunity still in the Premier League if he shows the right attitude. Just like I said, thank you very much. And Blue Blood, Blue. You mean Mount? No, he means Aubameyang. We can finish sixth this season. I think we can push better than six. We can push better. We can do much better than six to get maybe Europa competition. Aubameyang again. Yes, it is Aubameyang. Look at De Bruyne. Now he is world class. It's a question I want to ask with you
Can I
guys.
answer that,
Yeah.
please, before you ask
Look
the
at De
question?
Bruyne.
Can I
Look at De
just answer
Bruyne
that?
now. Yeah.
Can I
Go ahead
answer
and
that?
answer. Yeah. Sure.
Is
Go
he
ahead.
comparing Aubameyang now to De Bruyne then? I'm sorry, Aubameyang is
I'm
not
not.
going to isn't going to suddenly become world class, is he?
No, Aubameyang is past. Is getting close to his.
Yeah. So what's the point of that comment?
I'm not sure Kim
Right?
So is trying. Kim So, are you trying to compare Aubameyang and then De Bruyne? Yeah,
What the comment says?
De Bruyne has been world class for a while. De Bruyne has
Yeah, but
been world class
that's
for a
not what
while.
I'm me. That's not what I'm saying. Right?
Mhm.
What I'm saying is at that time, De
Mhm.
Bruyne was what 2021, something like that, right? And
Mhm.
he's gone on to be world class. Now we're talking Aubameyang, who's what in his 30s. He's finished. He's not going to be world class now.
Yeah.
Let's get some sense of reality, please. Okay, go on. You ask your question.
Okay. This is a question that I'm gonna ask everyone. Uh, my question is, it's Helen Haaland. It's Helen Haaland at the wrong football club. Is Helen Haaland at the wrong football club? We all know from beginning, everyone said, "Oh, Helen Haaland will break all the records, will score more many goals than what's his name, Alan Shearer. He will score more many goals than Didier Drogba. His first Premier League, he scored these goals already. Is Helen Haaland going to do that? It's Haaland the real deal." I said no. He's at the wrong football club because the style of play doesn't suit Helen Haaland. All right, we're gonna move on. Give me a question. Let me know what you make of this question. Is Helen Haaland at the right football club? Let me know what you make. Can he still go ahead and have that many goals? What more goals than Alan Shearer? More goals than all the other players that I've mentioned. Big up to you, Santiago. Santiago, welcome back to the stream. Since De Bruyne is past his prime, Enzo is 23 time better than him. Oh, I don't think De Bruyne hasn't passed his best. De Bruyne is still on. Is still there. I don't think he's past his best. Come on, bro. Not sure. All right, hold on. Ryan, hold on, real quick. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to. Okay. We're gonna move on from there. Stab, you have anything you want to say in regards to anything here, or we move on from there?
Well, I don't know what you mean by anything here.
I mean, I thought you have anything else you want to say. If not, then
No,
we're
no,
gonna move on. Okay. Thank you
no.
very much. This is we've done with the updates in regards to the Premier League. We've done with that one. Welcome back to the stream, Mr. Ryan.
Thanks, Nazan. Thanks for having me as always.
Thank you. I really appreciate to see you. And people were asking of you and stuff, and where are all the panelists? And I said they will join because Sunday usually is family time, and I always cherish family time. So yeah, he will come. They will come here when the time is up. So
yep. Thanks for having me, and interesting games this afternoon to discuss.
Absolutely. I saw your question over there. I just asked the community of that same question coming from Jimmy O'Hara. Jimmy O'Hara, if Erling Haaland is at the right football club. Let's talk a little bit about that before we move on to our question. Just let's spend just 5 minutes, all of us, to have a little opinion in regards to that question. What do you make of that Erling Haaland question, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, he's had a prolific season. He's on track to break the Premier League record for goals in a season. But something I've said, since early on in the season is I think Man City, they just have this one dimension of scoring goals. It's KDB, Haaland, KDB feeding and assisting Haaland and scoring. And, it's interesting today. Kevin De Bruyne didn't start the game and Haaland barely had a sniff. So, you're hearing kind of rumors as well that maybe Guardiola and Haaland have fallen out, and Haaland is a little bit unsettled. So,
who has fallen out with Haaland?
Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola. These are rumors. It's not confirmed by anyone, but it's just some news stories I've been following that perhaps there's some disharmony in the camp. Not just between Cancelo and Guardiola, but Guardiola has also fallen out with some key Man City players. So, it's he's on a bit of a dry spell right now. He's not as prolific as he was in the first part of the season. So, if Man City want to win the league, then De Bruyne and Haaland, they need to rediscover their form quickly.
Okay. Yeah, I also felt this. I also felt that the way Man City played does not work very well for Haaland, because Haaland sometimes found himself in the 18-yard box and there's nothing coming on him. There's no ball. There's nothing for him, and he keep. I feel like he's been isolated in the 18-yard box because Man City hold on to the ball for way too long. And you know how Haaland was scoring his goals right from the beginning of the league, where he gets those balls coming from these midfielders through the wings, and he runs towards the defender's shoulders and he gets onto the balls and then score goals. That is not happening for Haaland at this moment. Do you think that the coaches are doing their homework very well? Defenders are doing their homework very well, or maybe the tactics that Pep Guardiola explained doesn't favor Erling Haaland at the club?
I think it's a bit of both. I think definitely defenders have learnt his movements and they're researching and doing, tactical preparation to nullify him. And today he really hardly had a sniff. Romero especially defended him well. And kind of the last quarter of the second half, Man City were getting crosses in the box, but Haaland his movement wasn't good enough to, get shots on goal. The player who looked the most dangerous was Grealish, I thought, on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
He was able to get in behind and put crosses in, and I think Alvarez wasted a couple of good opportunities on goal. I think he's still young and raw, so he's going to take time to develop. But definitely, I think it's there's some truth in what you're saying, that the way Man City play is possession football. You keep the ball for a bit too long. They need to be a bit more direct when Haaland is playing and feed him opportunities.
Yeah, they slow the game. They slow the game down. It's not helping Helen Haaland. Stavi, what do you make of this Helen Haaland situation at this moment?
Every striker goes through a spell where it dries up, right? And yet, of course, all strikers are reliant on their teammates to create chances for them, right? They'll start scoring again. I have no doubt about it. Right? It's the record that people are talking about is Shearer's goal scoring record in a single season. And when you take into account that Didier Drogba scored 16 per season in the first 2 seasons he played for Chelsea, and we still won the league, right? That puts Haaland into perspective halfway through the season. So, yeah, he's going to start scoring again. I think Man City have got one eye on the Champions League, and some of the concentration has gone from the league. When you've won it 4 years in a row, it's difficult to motivate yourself to go again. So I think they put their eggs on the basket of the Champions League. But we'll wait and see. And it'll probably suit them more in the Champions League as well.
Okay. Thank you very much, Stav, for giving us giving us opinion in regards to Erling Haaland not scoring. Erling Haaland looks unhappy, and then even the tactics or whatever, and that whatever you said makes a lot of sense. Patrick, big up to you, Patrick, and Kim. So as usual, big up to you too. Patrick said Aubameyang is. I think that comment has been held on the platform. I can barely see, but I can see it over here. Oba is I am amazed. He's landed a contract with Chelsea. Terrible signing. Mr. Patrick, if you see in the comment section below, I think YouTube held that because of that language in there. So that's why I couldn't say it, because YouTube can highlight. They can also track the voice, sound, and everything. That machine they have over there. So Kim So said Aubameyang is world class, coming from he's directed to Mr. I think directed that comment to Patrick. Felix is back. From Kim. So yeah, Felix will be back. He's done with his 7 all this suspension. What has Oba exactly won, May? What has he won? Coming from Patrick, says you're not serious calling a player like Aubameyang world class. Pardon my French. Oh, okay. Say pardon my French. Okay, I will pardon your French for you, Mr. Patrick. I hope you're doing very, very well. It's a Sunday, it's a beautiful day. Let me know what you guys are doing besides engaging yourself in football. Okay, we're gonna move on from there. We're gonna move on. What I have here is in regards to transfer updates. You know, the transfer window is closed, but it's still clubs are doing deals behind the scenes. They're communicating, they're talking to agents, they're talking to clubs in regards to players that they want to sign. And we all know how heavily Chelsea was linked with this Portuguese player, Rafael Leao. According to Gianluca Di Marzio, Rafael Leao believes Chelsea do not really want him after their January signings spree, and is now close to signing the contract extension with AC Milan. As Chelsea still fight and get this player. Do Chelsea need him?
No. He's right, isn't he? He's correct.
Yeah.
Right. We've got
Chelsea have
Modric.
got players, Modric on that side.
We've still got Sterling. Right. There's other lads who can play wide. Right. Because he's right. Because he's not stupid and he knows it. And if he signs a contract with AC Milan, so what? Because when they played against us, he was very ineffective. Reece James had him in his back pocket. So I'm not bothered, to be honest. Good player, right? But let's wait and see. We've got wingers. We don't need any more wingers. Right? That's been dealt with. Okay.
Okay.
And Kunku can play wide left, can play wide right. He can play number 10. He can play through the middle. Right. So
Yeah.
why would we need another winger when Nkunku can play either side? Ziyech will be going. Right.
Okay.
And we've got Leon Rankin, who's a right back, but can be very effective as a right winger as well in the
Okay.
academy. The whole project is about bringing academy players through as well, which we'll deal with in your next subject, I expect.
Okay, thank you very much, Stav. So yeah, Rafael Leao, I've said everything. He doesn't think Chelsea would need him, so he will go ahead and sign a new contract with AC Milan. In my opinion, to me, he's not an extraordinary player. His movement doesn't. It's not anything that really moves me when I see him play. Good player, but no, that he's not anywhere compared to what we have here with Mahalo Modric. Work rate. So we're gonna talk about Joao Felix to sign on permanent for Chelsea. And this has been reported by the Athletic. A recent report from the Athletic suggested that Chelsea also have a clause in the loan. Chelsea has a clause in the loan. Chelsea have a clause in the loan agreement with Atletico that gives them the chance to sign Joao Felix permanent at the end of the season. I know beginning when Joao Felix signed for Chelsea, a lot of people said that there's no clause with an option not to buy. There is a clause. Chelsea has a clause, an agreement that if if the loan deal goes on well, then there's always a high possibility for Joao Felix to sign for Chelsea. So we might see Joao Felix signing in the summer. And I've said this a couple of times on this platform. Stava, what do you make of this from the Athletic?
Nobody knows what the clause is. There might be a step fee, could be anything. But I'm not going to judge him on 60 minutes against Fulham. Right, let's see what he does in the next 4 or 5 games. But from what I saw against Fulham, I think he's got a lot to offer, and he'll start turning things around for us.
So just like Stav said, he has a lot to offer. And I'm sure if this deal goes on very well, if he plays very well and his inclusion in the team is very, very effective, Chelsea will trigger that clause and get him permanently for the club. And I can't wait to see Joao Felix playing for Chelsea. Very, very. If you're a FIFA player, you'll be happy to see all these signings after they've been rated by FIFA in the FIFA 24 upcoming. So yes, if you play FIFA, you should be happy to see this. Pulisic to Galatasaray as per Ekrem Kano, another newspaper. Galatasaray have been monitoring Pulisic's situation and closely and taking closely keen to take the American on loan until the end of the season. On loan for now, I don't see it happening because the window. So the Turkish window is still open, right, Stav?
Yeah, but I don't know how long for, and he's still injured.
That would be very difficult to sell him if he's still injured.
Yeah. Well, you're not. It's a loan, in it. It's not selling him. Look, let's be. Someone in the live chat keeps saying this. Let's have it right. Right. Pulisic is way beyond, even with his injury problems. Right, he's way beyond the Turkish league. Right, if he goes there, it's just to get fit if they can pull the deal off. Right, but he's not going to play for them permanently. He's off to Italy or Spain or somewhere like that. He's way above the level of the Turkish league.
Okay. Santiago said if we keep Felix, we can rotate him with Nkunku at false 9 and as number 10. What do you make of Santiago's comment? If we keep Felix, we could rotate him with Nkunku at false 9 and number 10. I think yeah. And Felix can play a false 9 way better than what we have at this moment with Kai Havertz. But the only thing is he's not that good in the air. He's a little bit, but not that good in the air. What do you make of that comment coming from Santiago Stav?
Is Ryan gone?
Yeah, Ryan, and he said he's having technical issues, but I'm sure he will get back. Yeah.
Right, okay. They can both play in the same team. They don't need to be rotated. You can have one as a false 9, one as a 10, Mudrick on one side, and Medeki on the other side, or Sterling. You can use Sterling as a rotator if he improves his form. It's not a big deal for me. They can both play together. If Nkunku's playing with Timo Werner, I'm sure he can play with Felix. I think I'm losing my voice.
All right, if you have to take a breath out, just take a breath out. And then whilst I go through some more of these topics over here. In regards to that, this is coming from Santiago. Says that that's what I mean, stuff. I agree perfectly. Yes, that's what he was trying to say. So thank you very much. I'm glad you both agree on the same thing, and I do agree with what Stav said also. Because I basically said the same thing. I know I didn't say it. I think Stav said it. Says that's what I mean, Stav. I agree. So thank you, Mr. Santiago. What do we make of Sunsup Bell? Sunsup Bell officially by Tottenham Hotspur. We are pleased to confirm the addition of Jude Sunsup Bell to our development squad. Young Chelsea forward had been in the Chelsea academy since under the age 13 level. So yes, Sunsup Bell, another good player. I haven't really watched him play I haven't watched him play. I haven't seen him play before, so I don't know what I can say about Sunsun Bell. But best of luck to him at Tottenham Hotspur, because when you go to Tottenham Hotspur, you can ever, and ever play better when you play Chelsea. You can never. If he wants to know, you could go and ask players like Bethel in England. One of them, they'll tell you they've played Chelsea twice in the space of just 1 week or 2 weeks and still lose to women. So Graham Potter believes that Chelsea will act differently in the next few transfer window. I think we have to say the next window and the next window and the window after will be different. That's for sure. What do you make of this comment coming from me? Transfer window.
Look, can I just address the Sunsup Bell thing first?
All right, you can go ahead. Yeah, you can go ahead.
He's gone to Tottenham because they've promised him, right, that he's going to get loans for a long-term future at Tottenham. Yeah. You only have to look at Tottenham's team to see that they don't particularly play youth players anyway. Right. He could have got the same thing at Chelsea. If he said, I want to go out on loan, they would have sent him on loan. So, but if it's not a big loss for me, I don't care. We'll just bring more kids in who'll replace him anyway. We already have. So that's not a big deal. If they haven't promised him anything he couldn't have got at Chelsea. So it shows his lack of commitment to Chelsea. So goodbye and good luck. Next subject. What was it you said next?
Yeah. The next one was talking about the transfer window, which Graham Potter believed that the transfer window would be different next one and then the following window. So Graham Potter believed that Chelsea will act differently in the next few transfer window. I think this is what he said. I think we have to say the next window and then the window after will be differently. That's for sure. This is Graham Potter.
Yeah, it's the next couple of windows are now about fine-tuning the squad. Okay. Right, we've got the players that we need. Yeah, we've addressed all the positions except striker. But then we've got that stuff of Fafana, so we've even addressed the striker. What we haven't done is got a highly experienced striker. Okay. And looking at the person we've talked about before, experienced strikers don't always work anyway. So I'm happy with that for Fafana. I think he was unlucky at Fulham. He maybe rushed his finish a bit. He should have went across goal. He went to the near post, but he was unlucky. I saw bits of Drogba in him, the way he turned players and went through them. So we're okay. The thing is, he's going to get game time during the season. He's going to have the pre-season altogether. They're going to have pre-season friendlies in the United States, I believe. And then hopefully he'll be ready. So we have got a striker and we've got Brozier to come back. They both fit in to the project of developing young guys. It's not about this season. I keep saying it. It's a project which is developing players for the 2 seasons later. I don't even think we can win the league next year, but I do believe we'll challenge and we'll be close. And a lot will depend on the teams at the top with us, whether they falter or not. So we just have to accept this season's a dead rubber. It's practice. Just cross your fingers. Maybe we'll get lucky in the Champions League.
Okay.
A lot depends on the draw as well. So, but next season's when we move a step forward and challenge for the league. Ultimately, the league's the most important thing because it's worth 160 million. Right, Champions League, you can win that. And you could end up with 80, 90 million. So the Premier League. And the Premier League is watched all around the world. So ultimately, that's what we need to be challenging for. Champions Leagues and stuff like that, they're bonuses. At the end of the day, the cup competitions. Important one, but it's a bonus. Right, if you win that, it's a bonus. That's why only Real Madrid have double figures.
Okay.
The 13 and 14.
Thank you very much, Savi. Savi knows his football. Thank you very much. I really appreciate taking time to give us this opinion in regards, or not even explaining why Potter think that the next transfer window will be different, and even the next coming transfer window will be different too. Regards to that, let me see what I have here, Mr. Patrick. We should bring back Tommy in the summer. Tommy Abraham. I don't know if Potter sees him as a guy for the future, but I always love Tommy. It's the only thing I have problem with Tommy was his tracking. Even breaking the ball, his first touch was a little bit. When he has too much strength on him, he easily get bullied. But who knows if he's probably has trained himself and he's ready to continue his journey at the Premier League. So let's see. There's always a chance. There's always a chance for academy players to get back. Thank you very much, Mr. Patrick. Yeah, if he wants to come back. Hey, Star, would you want Livermento back? Livermento?
Yeah, I remember him. He's injured. He's still out.
Yeah, he's still out for Southampton.
He hasn't played all
season.
He hasn't played all season. He's been injured since last season. No. I think we've addressed the right back position now.
Yeah, we have more players. We have better players at the right back at this moment. He's gone. Chelsea have to forget about him at this moment. I know he was rocking that right back position for the Southampton before he got injured. So it's what's his name? Yeah. So yeah,
you never know with knee injuries if they're going to be the same.
Absolutely.
Not worth the gamble.
Yes, we are interested in Osman, but it's reported he will be around 100 million. Yeah, I reported this a long time ago, a long time ago, even before this transfer window was open. I reported this, that Osman, even on my Twitter page, I said Osman will go over 100 million because I forgot the owner of Napoli. That guy loves money. Him and money is just like a baby with a pacifier. That guy is just like a baby with a pacifier. He never let it go. he won't. He will get that 100 million for Osman. Osman is a very, very good player, but the price tag is going to be huge. I mean, what's the difference buying a midfielder and not getting a striker who can get you the goals? So the striker is very, very important for the football club, and no matter what it takes, we have to scout very, very well and see if Osman fits Graham Potter's style. Then you can bring him in. That's what I believe. Osman will do a very, very good job, but he see the guy, does it fit Graham Potter's style? If yes, then we need him. We are interested in Osman, but it's reported it'll be around 100 million. Yes, it's been reported that 100 million has been there for a long time. I hope we can get a UCL title this season. That is the only way we can qualify for Champions League if we win the UCL. That is going to be our last hope, and we will fight for it. 100 million for Osman. No thanks. Offer 50 million. Take it or leave it. I think Vadio is more wealthier of 100 million. No, if you compare Vadio's league, I think the Australian league or the Norwegian league, one of them. That's where he plays. I think Norwegian league. If I'm right, Stav, I'm right? Norway, right? That's where Vadio plays.
Plays in Germany.
No. The young player who was being scouted in the Champions League that played for the Croatian national team.
Oh, him? No, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he plays for either Norway or Australia, one of them. He plays. That's where I think the Fofana is coming from.
There's a subtle difference between. No, he played the one that he's talking about. I think he's playing in Italy.
No. I'm reading this comment. This comment says 100 million for Osman. Osman plays in Italy for Napoli. No thanks. Offer 50 million. Take it or leave it. I think he's talking about Vidal, the Croatian player who
the central defender.
Yeah, the defender
Plays in Germany.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm not sure if he does play for Germany.
Yes, he plays in Germany.
What team?
Leipzig, I think. The top of my head.
Leipzig.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't play for Germany.
I didn't say he plays for Germany.
No, he plays in Germany. He doesn't play in Germany. Stuff. Oh, hold on. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. Probably forgotten. I thought he plays. He doesn't play in Germany.
Use Google. Use Google.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it. You got more money for winning the Champions League than the Premier League. Yes. That would be great if we can fight very well and win the Champions League.
No, you don't get more money for winning the Champions League. We got 105 million when we won the Champions League.
That's what Bobby said.
Including the TV.
If Bobby's wrong, correct him. If Bobby's wrong, correct him.
Man City got 160 million for winning the Premier League last season.
You said you get how much for winning the Champions League?
We got 105 million for winning the Champions League, and that's euros.
Is it updated? Right? Is it updated, or is it still staying the same way?
We won 84 million, right?
Yeah.
And then we got we won 78 million. We got the same as Man City because they accumulated the same points as us, right? They got more points than us in getting out the group, and then we got 28 million or something like that for the TV rights from BT.
Okay, so you mean that we get more money in the Premier League than winning the Champions League?
We get more money for winning the Premier League than the Champions League.
Okay, the only advantage we can get from here is that give us the qualification to be able to play in the next Champions League if we're able to win it, right? So
at the moment, yeah.
Lord said Potter out. He has to go. Thank you very much, and Lord, that's your opinion. But Shea is better than Vadio. Hold on. Let me get this thing straight right away, because I cannot still continue with these. I I cannot continue without having um these guys check right away. Let me check it. Uh, that's Lord. Okay. Okay. So let me check this real quick whilst we're live. Whilst we are live here on this league.
Leipzig. We were in talks with them to sign him.
Yeah. Which league? Yeah. Stav, you're right. Stav is right. Stav is right. From Leipzig. Leipzig. Yeah. Yeah. Stav, you're right. I thought the rest, he was, sometimes I get confused with these Red Bull, Salzburg, and Leipzig, and I get confused with those teams. So I thought maybe the one in either Australia or somewhere, that's where he was coming from. But yeah, thank you very much, Stav. You are 100% right. I did not argue, but I just want to verify it to make sure I'm right as well. So thank you very much, Stav. Okay, Bundesliga is better than sorry, I said Bundesliga. Badishia is better than Vradio. He said absolutely. Badishia has proven already in the Premier League. He's proven. We don't know what we can get from Vradio at this moment. But look, we still have to find someone in that center pairing. We have to find someone. I know we still have the Chaloba brothers. Chaloba is still there, but I don't know where the future lies for Chaloba in regards to Chelsea Football Club. I don't know where he stands. We need because we're trying to build a very good partnership. Now we know where we stand with what's his name, Thiago Silva, and then Badishia. Those pair are very, very good. We've got lots of clean sheet at this moment with him in there with Thiago Silva. But
That's
what
only
if?
going to last another year.
What was that again, Stav?
I said that partnership's only going to last another
Yes,
season after this
for
one.
just a year, or if not even a year, because those two will not play together all the time. And when I say
That's
those
right.
two, I'm talking
So
about Thiago Silva.
that's why people are saying get Guardiola,
Yeah.
because if Guardiola
Mhm.
and Badiachil will take over,
Yeah.
because I'm afraid Koulibaly's just not good enough for the Premier League.
Yeah, he'll be
It's
going. He'll
too
be going.
erratic. Yeah, it's too
He's part
erratic.
of the list that will be leaving in the summer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Guardiola would be a target. We've been Bowley's been chasing him since this summer just gone.
World Cup.
We were in negotiations for him, right?
Okay.
But the problem now is after the World Cup, other teams know about him as well. And it's a question of whether he wants to come to England or not.
Okay. I think it's because of the rush on him in the World Cup. So he wants to take things easy. But when Chelsea say they want you, they want you. They will come for you. Lord said that it's more like you going out with a gold digger. That's Napoli. Center house. Lord, behave yourself. Center half. This is what Patrick says. Center half. Osman is the Nigerian Abraham. What? Let me say, Kim. So if you don't know it, Abraham is a Nigerian, and then Osman is also a Nigerian. So Tommy Abraham has Nigerian parent, but he was born in UK. So you have to take it that way. See, they're both Nigerians. Yeah, they're both Nigerians.
They're both better than Aubameyang.
They both what? Better than Aubameyang. Stop, you not drop this Aubameyang issue. Nkunku is a striker. Absolutely, Nkunku is a striker, but he can hold on to the ball. He's very skillful. Another kind of dimensional striker we bring into the team. Bobby Smoky Signal said that we don't know how much this knee injury will affect Broja, and he won't be back before the start of the season. Oh my goodness, that Broja injury is very, very painful. Not all Nkunku isn't proper number 9. I don't know about Kunku, but I don't think he is. He has that modification to be that proper number 9. Probably he drifts in. He's a guy that I think he can play in the false 9 position also in Kunku. I stand the point of correction if I'm not right. He does play for RB Leipzig. Thank you very much, Mr. Patrick. We just verified that also. I was a bit confused. In the RB Leipzig, RB Salzburg, is he the one in Australia? Is he the one in Germany? So yeah, I was a bit confused.
You mean Austria? You
Yeah,
mean Austria?
Austria, right? Austria. Okay.
Yeah.
Verdal and Badishia will be great together with Cowell and Fofana in competition. Once Silva finally hangs his boot, I want Silva to hang his boot when he's still playing for Chelsea. That's what I want. Chalobah has a contract till 2029. Yes, a long time, but I hope he can land very well and be the guy that Chelsea can rely on. I'm always hoping, I'm always rating academy players to get a chance at the football club. Bobby said Chalobah has a contract till 2029. I just read that. Yeah, Verdel is a great replacement for Silva, but we need to get him so Silva can groom him as he is growing. He is grooming body share. Thank you, guys. So, chat. I really appreciate your time, Blue Blood, Patrick, Bobby Smoky Signal. Thank you guys for Stav. You have anything to say before we move on to the next topic on my paper here?
Only that you don't have to restrict yourself to 2 or 3 centre backs.
Okay.
So there's space for all of them, with Chalobah, Colville, and Fofana fighting for team places. The route to success is to have competition,
Okay.
right? And if a player isn't willing to compete for the team place, then he's no good to the club. Which takes me back to Kevin De Bruyne. We got rid of De Bruyne, we moved Salah out, and we still went and won the league twice without them.
Okay. I think. Thank you very much, Stavi. So we're gonna move on to the next chapter. The next chapter: Chelsea homegrown talent in worry. Chelsea homegrown talent in worry, and we talk about Chelsea homegrown talent. As per the Telegraph, Chelsea homegrown players are apprehensive about the future at Chelsea Bridge. Let me take that again. Chelsea homegrown players are apprehensive about their future at Stamford Bridge, as they think they will have to leave the club. Should the Blue fail to qualify for the Champions League next season due to fears over financial fair play? Stav,
It's nonsense. It's nonsense. We've dealt with financial fair play, right? That's the reason for the long-term contracts. So let's put financial fair play to one side and stop worrying about that, right? If the Telegraph, right, has always been anti-Chelsea, right? Doesn't matter that Matt Law's gone there, always been anti-Chelsea, right? Just because the newspaper says it, what have they been down to Cobham and spoke to the whole of the academy, and the academy are telling them all this? The story came about because we signed Hutchinson, right, and then we went and signed these young guys because Hutchinson's a winger, or he can play through the middle, right? He's gone on loan. Yeah, he's gone on loan. That's all that's going to happen to Hutchinson, whatever club he's at. Right, they're going to send him on loan, and that's what Tottenham are going to do with Soon Bell. Right, Charlie Webster signed an extension. Harvey Vale signed an extension. Right, there's 4 or 5 other lads signed extensions. Okay, right. The project, right, and Bowley's made a big issue out of it, right, is to bring through academy players as well. The academy's the next batch. The batch we got now with Gallagher, Mount, Harvard even, right, and 2 or 3 others, right, they're the ones who are going to step into being the experienced players.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're like 2-3 years ahead of the ones we've just bought. Right, the ones we just bought are going to become the new Mounts, Gallagher's, etc., age-wise, right? And then next coming through, you're going to have the young guys, yeah, in the academy and that, and there's plenty of them. The whole structure's built. That's what the whole project's about, right? Okay. Developing the academy players as well. And this is why I keep saying you've got to see the project, understand the project, and show a bit of patience, because we're going to have long line of really good talents, like Santos,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Like Santos can be on the B list, okay, for the next 3 seasons. So we can have him in our squad for the next 3 seasons on the B list. Okay,
Yeah.
same with a couple of the other guys. So, and that includes Hutchinson. He can go on the B list. They've sent him out to get experience, so they can watch him in action, see how he's going to cope with things, right? And then eventually he'll come back, and he'll be the one who's 21, 2021, right? Which is where Fafana and Mudrick and all this lot are now, and they'll be the next batch. There's no reasons for it, right? To worry about the young talent. They're going to have places. Simple. Have you disappeared again?
Stuff. I haven't just go on. I haven't disappeared. I'm right here.
I thought you gone and left me again.
No,
Right,
no, no. I'm right here.
so the media are always going to stir it. They're always going to create problems. Right, they want disunity down at Cobham. Right,
Okay.
whether it's between the first team and the under-23s and the academy, they want disharmony. Everything is always designed by the media to
Okay.
destabilise Chelsea.
Okay.
Right, and we got a good team down at the Cobham, right, in the academy. Neil Bath leading the academy, and all those good coaches. Lots of young ex-Chelsea players are working in the academy, right? So these kids can look up to. And John Terry's there. Right? John Terry's working with the academy. He's like the liaison with potential new academy signings. That's what his job is, right? So I've got no problem. Media, right?
Hmm.
As the English would say, the only thing good about Daily Telegraph is they can wrap your fish and chips in it.
All right. Thank you very much, Stavi. I agree with Stav. He said I agree with Stav. We need. I mean, you need more than three center backs. Get tired players, get injured. Yes, yes, yes. We do. You need more than. I always say even three. You need four, at least four center backs. Four center back because the competition you're talking about, Champions League, Premier League, the domestic cups, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, so many competitions, and a lot of players have to feel a little bit more happy.
That's
Competition
what I
has to
said.
go on. So
That's
I
what I
think
said. I didn't say
four.
yeah.
Not you,
You
not
only
you.
all right. I didn't say you only go with two or three. You get if you're going to play a back three, you need six because you
Yeah,
always need someone to replace
yeah.
someone in the back three. Right. If you're going to play
Back four,
back four,
you
you
need
can
four.
maybe get away with four. But in
Mhm.
the current game, right, which is so physical, so fast, it's better to have more.
Okay. Bobby said the staff is 100% about the media. I mean, he said you're 100% right about the media. Have a good day, gentlemen. See you next time. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll be here every day. We'll be here 6:30 UK time. We'll stream. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. We're gonna move on from there. Former Chelsea manager Antonio Conte and the goal surgery. From what we know, I think I read this quickly. He's Antonio Conte is set to undergo emergency surgery to remove his gallbladder. Um,
He's
uh,
at
go,
it.
yeah, he's have it down already at this moment, so he's in a recovering mood. He's recovering at this moment, and I pray, and we all hope that he recovers successfully and then come back. If you haven't had surgery before, I hope you never had one because it's not anything good to go about. So if someone is going for surgery, we always have to pray for him. More pressure, more pressure. Potter mounting, pressure mounting on Potter. More pressure on Potter, who now has an excuse if he fought. So let me take this again. More pressure on Potter, who now has no excuse if he fails to get the team to start winning. Having assembled players with wealth over 600 million, unless things change quickly. The pressure on Potter isn't anything soon. I know where you stand on this in regards to Potter. This is my my presentation that I have here, I took them from the internet and I make a little bit of research. What people are saying, I pick those up and I bring them on the platform to talk about. So I know this is something we've talked about over and over again. Staff, I know where you stand in regards to this topic. So do you want to go into it, or you want to pass on?
No, he's not under pressure from the very first day, from the beginning. Right, Bowley stated quite clearly there is no pressure to finish in the top four, win trophies or anything in the first couple of years. Right? What we have to understand is, as I said last night, is these young guys are not going to integrate and gel into a cohesive unit straight away. When these guys who are injured are coming back, they're not going to hit the ground running. You saw that with Reece James against Fulham. He looked rusty. Yeah. Right. And it's not going to be just like in, bang, buff. Right. But the crucial part is that Bowley publicly stated that there's no pressure to win trophies and all this kind of stuff, right? Specifically in the first couple of years. So towards the end of next season, right? Not this one. If they're not seeing any progression, then he might come under a bit of pressure. But they know they're not stupid, right? And as much as fans like to pretend that they didn't happen, the injuries happened, right? And they know what's faced, right? They paid for players in the summer who they know themselves are just not performing. They were bad buys, right? But they weren't Potter's weather. You can't just keep wrapping everything. You can't take the chain and wrap it round Potter's neck every time we don't win, right? All this is because Hansi Flick was there last night. Was it last night? Friday night, right?
Yeah.
Is it like impossible to understand that he could have been there to watch Harvard and Fulham have two Germans? Okay, well, one of them's I can't remember his name. One of them's a German stroke Portuguese. He was born in Germany, but his parents are Portuguese, and he's played for the Portuguese up to the age of under 21, right? But you can play for one country up to the age of 21, and then you can change allegiance. So maybe he wants to see him for the Germany squad, and that's what Tammy's doing, right? That's what Callum Hudson-Odoi are doing. They've played for England up to under 21, and now they're looking at changing to whatever African country they're from.
He's from Ghana. Callum is from Ghana.
Yeah, right. I can't and Tammy and all that, and they're not the only ones. So because they want to play international football, but playing up to the age of under 21 doesn't stop you playing for another country. So maybe Flick wants to see this guy, whose name I can't remember, right? Assess him, and then approach him about playing for Germany, just like the African countries are doing with British-born guys. Yeah. So there was 3 people there that Flick could have been interested in for the Germany squad. So just because he's come, right, doesn't mean that he's there for the job.
Okay.
What you're going to say, like Southgate turns up and he's in for the job, right? No, he's an international manager watching players. That's what they do. They travel around and watch players for their squad. And in March, there's going to be qualifiers for the next Nations League. So just don't take too much notice. Like I said, the media want to stir it for Chelsea. They want to destabilise us.
Yeah.
Right? Now, with Roman, that was possible. Right? Because Roman would have jumped in with his gun. But Bowley's a lot more reserved. He's a lot more laid back. Right? And like I said, he said from day one, no pressure. And I believe that he's a man of his word. Right? And he's going to look a total idiot, isn't he? If he suddenly gets sacked after those injuries and knowing that these new guys are coming. And the fans need to be a bit more sensible and reserved. Doesn't matter what we think of a coach individually, right? I didn't think Sarri was good enough for Chelsea, and he won the Europa. Okay, we could
Okay.
have the same thing with Potter this year. If we don't, hard lines. Doesn't mean he's not a good coach, because he's built that team at Brighton. Right, he took amateur team from the lower reaches of Sweden's league to the top division, and he won their
Okay.
cup.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you very
so
much.
he has got something about him.
Okay. Thank you very much, Stavi. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Stavi said, Potter out. This is coming from King. So Potter in or out? To me, I'm still Potter in. I can't have Potter out at this moment. Way too early to think about Potter out. Stavi's Potter in. I believe he is. Stavi, Potter in, right?
I'm Potter in, and I'm Potter
Okay.
in.
Okay.
With him
Stavi's
being given the chance
100%
to do
Potter
his
in.
job,
Me too.
right?
Huh?
Kimso thinks Aubameyang's world class. So why would I care if he wants Potter out?
Okay. This is it Mo from Blue Lounge? I'm not so sure. I'm not sure who it is, but I'm not sure this is Mo. But he says Mount. This is Mo, but he says Mount wants 240K. He need to leave. He isn't playing like 80K either. My brother, if I'm not so sure, Mo, if you have an evidence or any article that states that Mount won 240K, please, I'm open up. I want you to educate me. If you can share that link with me, I'm willing to accept that. We got 8 minutes. We got to end this stream. We got to end this stream. We got 8 minutes. If you have it, please send it to me. Was he in Alo Alo? Was he in Alo Alo? I think that's what Blue Blood said. I don't know. And Hansa Flick ain't Hansa Flick from King. So I agree with Stav. Sarri wasn't a winner, but still won the Europa League. Aubameyang is world class. So it means that if you agree with what Stav said in regards to Sarri not a winner, but then he was able to win the Europa League, then why not us giving what's his name? Giving Graham Potter the chance to be able to win something with Chelsea Football Club, because it's proven. It's proven. Even coaches that don't have that much track record have even won silverware with Chelsea Football Club. They don't have much track record. We see it from Roberto Di Matteo, and even a coach that was a player became a coach, which is Gianluca Vialli, who hasn't won nothing as a coach, even became a coach and won something. What was that again?
And Ruud Gullit.
Yes,
he won the FA Cup.
FA Cup with Chelsea. So we have a lot of people that have come to Chelsea, haven't won nothing, but then became successful at Chelsea Football Club. I see you disrespecting Saka on Twitter, bro. Are you this shameless? Saka had a decent game, bro. It is something to have a reaction. I'm very sure you reacted to that. I don't even think that you should even react to that. It is reactional, bro. If you see that picture, it is very funny. I'm not disrespecting my Saka. I saw it. Remember, I did not create that picture. I saw it and I said, okay, let me put something down and make it more reactional. So that is what you see. I know you will come back and say something. Good night. Yes, sir.
Sorry. Well, are you sure that was Mo from Blue Lounge?
I don't think it's Mo, but that's not Mo's picture.
Yeah. Well, can I answer that question, that point? Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
The guy has been Player of the Year 2 years running, right? Mm-hmm. He was top scorer in the league 2 years running, most assists in the league 2 years running, right? He was getting paid 95,000 a week, one of the lowest paid players, right? Along with Gallagher and that, right? And we know, and we've had this conversation so many times, he's been running to the ground. Okay? He's playing games because right now Potter needs him because of the injuries he had. Right, he needs a rest. He needs to go on the subs bench. Right, I never said he didn't. Okay, but to turn round and say and attack him because he wants 240. Notice it's gone from 300,000 plus to 240, which shows the media talk a load of nonsense and stop believing the media. Right? Nobody knows what he's asked for. Unless you've been in those negotiations, you don't know what he's asked for. Right? Have you upset him again?
Yeah, Guna. I'm just trying to share a picture
It's not
with
world class.
Guna's man. No,
Never was.
no. Yeah, I'm just trying to share a picture. He doesn't like to see his picture. He said, "Get that picture off my screen." I'm just trying to get a reaction from Twitter, bro. I'm just trying to get a reaction from Twitter. And then I tweeted this. I was like, a man looks like this after he lose to Everton. And he found a picture and his sorry,
Was
Guna.
that picture used about him? Like,
That's they're trying to say Saka looks old after losing again. No, it was a picture I found. So I tried to put a tweet that says this is what man looked like when he lose to Everton. So and then my brother doesn't like it, so get it off the screen.
well, strangely,
Yeah,
Tottenham have done Arsenal a favour.
yeah,
So
Tottenham have.
I don't think he'll be looking like that tonight when he was watching the game at home. I think he'll have
Yeah,
had a big face.
Goodness said Aubameyang is not world class and never was. It was elite in his prime, nothing more. Thank you, Gunnar. Who was this regarding Saka? I think who disrespecting him. It's not disrespect, it's we're looking for reaction. Let's be patient and give Potter a chance to show before what's what before we think about getting him out. No. I don't think chat said let's be patient. I think that's what I just read. Who was dissing Saka? No one is dissing Saka. You guys still discussing Mount Low? Said this guy divide opinion, sell him for the better of the football club. Let's see what we can do with Mount. Get the picture off my screen. I will get it off your screen in a bit. Gunnar said that we will come for you guys. We will come for you, Kim So. Kim So said that it means to believe in Chelsea. When Chelsea are ready, they will go for us now. As it's Arsenal days. Are the days running over? Is it gonna be a difficult mountain for Arsenal to climb? The losing is getting closer and closer. Arsenal, we're getting closer. Let's see what we have here so we can bring the stream to an end. It says, come where? It says, come where, Kim. So, coming to beat you. Chelsea's coming to beat you, Arsenal. That's what it means. Casemiro red card. Casemiro red card at this moment. We're gonna brush off real quick. Man United won the narrow game after Casemiro was shown a red card for violent conduct against Crystal Palace. Casemiro grabs Will Hughes, I think that's his name, Real Hughes, by the throat with both hands and was shown a red card. He will be out for 3 games. That's a lot of games. 3 games. Liverpool and Klopp misery. Liverpool has left their third consecutive away game. Have lost their third consecutive away game. They haven't won any game in the last 2023 yet. They are currently at 10th place, 1 point less than Chelsea. We all know that is from Liverpool. Arsenal lose 3 crucial points. Everton versus Arsenal. Arsenal lost 3. Lost their second game of the season. The gap shrink to only 5 points at the top of the Premier League table. Arsenal haven't won a game in the previous 5 fixture at Goodison Park. They haven't won a game. 5 fixtures. Last time when they won the game away at Everton, it was in 2022 October. It was 22nd October 2017. That's a long time. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's about 7 years. 7 years ago or 6 years ago. So I think I've read that all my news that I have here. Okay, fair. That's a good one. Blue blood. This is Saka. It's Blue blood said on Saka will only look old waiting for that pass from Jorginho. Yeah, it says to face us now. To face us now. Okay, fears that a good one. Blue blood. Okay, that's us. That's just by the way. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. Some few questions we're gonna ask. Some few questions we're gonna ask viewers, and we're gonna ask ourselves. Let's delve into it. Self and the viewers, how far will Burnley go with Potter after Chelsea struggling continues? That's the first question. We got 3 questions to go through. How far will Burnley go with Potter after Chelsea struggle continues? Stav, you have anything you want to say regards to that question? Stav, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Stav?
Yeah. Look, I thought I've already answered the question. Right?
I
They've
know you
told him.
have.
They've said there's no pressure on him. Right? He's got at least this season and the whole of next season before he's under any pressure. People are making and not just not understanding one, the project, right, which is youth based. Two, the injuries that we've had, right, and three, you can't integrate 8 signings just like that in one go, right, and four, the World Cup took 20 players away from him for nearly 6 weeks, right? You can't ignore all these things because you want to win every game. We were never ever going to win every game, right? And finally, let's remember, right, that we lost 2 of our first 6 league games, right, under Tuchel. So the situation was already there, right? And he has to deal with Tuchel's transfer window, as I said before. Not just the players that came in, but the players that went away who could have been in our squad helping us to not lose games, right, during the injury crisis. The injury crisis existed and still does, right, and you cannot ignore it. As much as you'd like to, right, it can't be ignored. If you're going to be level-headed about it, right, this isn't about opinions, right? I'm not making an opinion about Potter as a coach, right? I'm expressing the situations that he's faced and they cannot be ignored. It's not about whether I like him as a coach, whether I prefer someone else as a coach, right? And Bowley was clear. I've said it 4 times tonight. No pressure, no trophies expected. Go on, carry on.
Yes, I'm pretty much done. Here's what do we have here? Um, Chad said, I said I have one more season to prove himself. He has one more season to prove himself. If not, then we will sack him. He will be sacked. Conference League next season. Carabao Cup. If not, another. Yes, that would be the thoughts on Liverpool current performance. You have a stuff. You want to move on, or you want to talk about Liverpool's current performance?
I'm not really sure what the comment was regarding the Conference League. We can't go in the Conference League.
I mean, we'll do better than the Conference League. We will do better than the Conference League. It's going to be a Europa League, not a Conference League. We want to win all the European Cups again. Yes, we will. That's what we are working our way to. Why do you think Todd Bowley is spending all this money? He's trying to get Chelsea to be there again. If you know much about the Dodgers, then you will believe and you will trust the process. Why not? We have to. You will trust the process of Todd Bowley if you really, really know what it's all about. So let's look on Liverpool. Okay, I'll leave that to Ryan later. With two games to be played between both teams, who is favorite to win the Premier League title between Arsenal and Man City? From now, I'll lay a point down. It looks like uh, it will be Man City. Man City still have lots of history, and then they have the experience to winning trophy. When I talk about trophy domestically, Arsenal, it's not looking, because if they have a man shot, it means that they cannot see, they cannot go beyond. Look how they played the other day. They didn't play well at all, and they lost to Everton. Lost to Everton. So I think Man City are still there. Arsenal can do better. Arsenal can do better if they only have that experience, but they have one Champions League winner and one domestic. I think, would I say domestic? Yeah, one that has won trophies domestically. So maybe in the lights of Jorginho might give them that power that they needed. Kim So said, "What did the Dodgers do?" Read more. I'm about to end the stream. Read more about the Dodgers. If you read more about the Dodgers, you will know more about the history of Todd Bowley, what he did with Chelsea, with the Dodgers. Metal Face Doom. Big up to you, my brother, and welcome to Blue Clouds Media. If you're just joining us, do not forget to like the video and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Keep the bell ringing, bro. Keep the bell ringing. We're about to end the stream. You came a little bit too late, but then it's nothing. It's not too late, but at least you still show up on the platform. Thank you very much. My name is Nee Zion, as usual, and I bring you the latest news in association football. We discuss it with so much respect. Also, we keep the community comments also very, very respectful. So, Stabby, do you have anything you want to say in regards to Manchester City, Arsenal winning the league, or anything before we bring the stream to an end? It's been a long stream, but it's very, very interesting.
Ultimately, as it stands at the moment, I didn't realise that they hadn't played each other in the league yet. There's always a chance then, isn't there, that Man City can pull that cap back, right? But as it stands, Arsenal have the advantage. But if they lose Odegaard or someone like that, then they're going to be in trouble. And Jorginho is not Odegaard, is he?
No.
So it depends, right? And they've been quite lucky with injuries, albeit they lost Jesus, right? But they've had a reasonably easy run of league games. So let's see, now they lost to Everton, whether they bounce back or whether they just suddenly start losing confidence.
Yeah, shout out to you, Mikhail. Mikhail, big up to you. Big up to Star. Big up to Blues. Big up to you, Mikhail. It's been a long time. And I hope the family is doing very, very well, Mikhail. Haven't seen you in a long time. Let me know what's going on, Mikhail. You know how to get hold of me. You know how to do that. So thank you very much, Mikhail, and I hope you're doing very well. Mikhail, I've missed your energy. Shoot me up a message, or I'll shoot you a message later. We'll discuss behind the scenes. Thank you very much, and I hope everyone have a wonderful day. See you guys again tomorrow, 6:30 UK time, 1:30 Eastern time, America here, Michigan time. See you guys, or maybe New York time. So I'll see you guys again. Don't forget to like the video and also subscribe if you haven't. Share the video on any platform, Facebook to be precise, so the channel can keep growing. We're getting close to 3,000. Guys, let's push it. We can do better. Big up to my brother Chad said, I'm just excited to see Felix and Modric and Noni along with Enzo on the field, and defense getting racked. Yes, the defense are getting better. Clean sheet after clean sheet. That's the most important thing. It's one place. You work from one place. Defense is looking good now. Now we're going to focus more on the midfield. The midfield is getting silky. Then from the midfield, you can work our way to attack. It takes time. one game after the other. Training grounds, routine, training grounds, practice, and also game time. Then Porter will be able to assess. But my only thing with Porter is the question is, how many goals did he score with Brighton? Was he having issues with scoring goals? That's one of the things. Let's see how many goals he can score. His team Chelsea can score. Later, bro. You later too. Staff, thank you very much, and you have a good night.
And you, night, everybody.
See you again tomorrow.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV.